Hi everyone. We have one of important question like what is this bean scopes and what is the difference between singleton and prototype. So bean scope means to define how Spring manages the bean instances, and each scope has different behavior. We have some different type of scopes like singleton, prototype, request session, application, and WebSocket. So for singleton, one instance of bean per container will create. For prototype, new instance each and every time will create with a new request, and request one per HTTP request, and session one per user session, and application one per servlet context, and for WebSocket one per WebSocket session. So how we can declare? We can declare the bean by using on the component. So at the scope prototype we can define, and on the configuration at the bean also we can apply this at the scope annotation. So what is this singleton and prototype? So singleton and prototype, if we talk about, then singleton, one instance will be created for singleton, and a new instance of bean will create each and every time for every request. It is a default scope and need to specify for this prototype, and it is singleton is memory efficient because of one instance, and it is memory heavy because every time it will create a new instance. It is singleton is not thread safe, and it is thread safe by isolation, and it is stateful risky, and it is prototype is stateful safe. And which type of whenever stateless service, utility classes, repository or DAO classes, configuration classes, we can use this singleton scope, and prototype stateful object and object with user specific data. When you need a phrase instance each and every time, you can use prototype. For request, HTTP request specific data, form data, we can use request scope. For session, user login info, shopping cart, user preferences, we can use this session scope. So here is some code, sample code is there, so we can use this singleton at the inside at the scope annotation we can define. So same instance everywhere means whenever count value share across all the users in this case, and whenever we see in this whenever we create this scope, and then context.get bean user service dot class, it will give us s1 and s2. Whenever we do the equal s1 equal s2, then it will give us true because same object will be there everywhere. And in the prototype, whenever we go with the means a new instance will be created every time, and each user get a fresh object. So this s1 is equal to s2 value we will get false. And similarly, if we talk about the difference, so we can see like every time we will get this in the case of prototype we'll get new instance. For singleton, single instance will be created. And how we can use request we can use in this way, like value is equal to request, and proxy mode we need to use. So new instance for each and every HTTP request it will create, and different users can get different data. And for session, new bean for each user session it will create, and like shopping cart data is stored here, we can say. And application scope we can use one bean per servlet context and count total application hits. And here important, like if you inject prototype in bean into the singleton, then in this situation the prototype will also act as a singleton because it will become singleton. So for this we need to use proxy mode, so it will work its own. Thank you.